Hi, this is Joanne from the Perilous Fight. I'm here to talk about the suffering and the struggling that's going on and what can be done about it. On a micro level, on an everyday level, inflation is hitting us in the stores. You just see the cost of goods going up and up and up, and our dollar losing value over time. With everything that happened with the mortgage-backed securities uh, fiasco that happened, um, that came to a head in 2008. Um, the Fed, the U.S. Federal Reserve, had to print a lot of cash to um, keep keep things flowing. They had to bail out GM. They had to bail out some of the banks. They had to shut some of the banks down. Now the U.S. is still the best country in the world. I believe that God chose the U.S. to lead the free world, and lead she will. But I also believe that some people that make it forget about the other people. But if you started a non-profit foundation, you could also help relieve poverty. You could create a job for you and other people in your community, and you could do some of God's work, because it's not supposed to be like what is going on. There's too many people struggling and suffering. Too many people are giving up on their responsibility of what they're supposed to do. And there's too many people that are supposed to be God's children that aren't. That you can sin in doing things, and you can sin in failing to do some things. So on a micro level, God's children and good people, and that just doesn't mean Christians, only. We really need to start to go in that direction and start helping, and start um, expecting more of this world, because we're worth it. We all matter. You matter, I matter, our kids matter. And so through nonprofit, you can help relieve poverty. President Barack Obama said it himself. The government wants taxpayers. The judges aren't locking up a lot of the judges. Some are really good judges. There's some good lawyers out there. But every one of us, like, I represent my family. I represent a single mom because I am a single mom. I represent my mother. I'm her daughter. I represent my kids because I'm their mother. So I have a responsibility to do some positive things. And most of all, I'm a spiritual being from God, sent here with a purpose. So everybody out there, to other women, when you're on television, I get that people like to watch drama, but excuse me, you know, positive things are going to take you far in this world. Integrity. Warren Buffett talks about that's the most important quality that people should be looking for when hiring somebody, is integrity. So women, when you're hiring people, or if you're representing yourself in a business, in the business world, or if you're representing yourself on television, you know, think of the other women that are coming up behind you. Think of the people watching, and don't make asses out of yourself, because it makes us all look bad. Some of these talk shows, they're just, I don't know. People really do, their spirit wants to evolve. Their spirit wants to grow. Sometimes they don't understand what's happening in them, inside of them, but they know that they're not happy. So, business people, there's an opportunity for you to get in the community, on television, on YouTube, and start sharing some of the knowledge. That will attract some business investment business opportunities for you. But you have the responsibility to share and help other people. Build some platforms where, people with ideas can come and share those ideas. Help some people get to where they need to be, and it's amazing what they'll be able to do for you know, their race, their gender, their family. It's what we're supposed to do. It's a perilous fight, and we have to fight it. You're in the fight. Denying it and just, spending so much time on Facebook, so much time, on the apps on the phone. These are just time huggers. Is Facebook going to be around in 20 years? I say that because Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investor of all time, that's what he looks at when he looks at a company. That's what he looks at to understand it. And he looks at, is this company going to be around in 20 years? You know, but it's like how you spend your free time is going to dictate where you're going to be down the road. You just have fun, go on it, just try to do other things, acquire some knowledge, financial knowledge. And, money gets rid of all your woes. You can be out there shopping, you can go to the movies, you can go to dinner, you can travel. You can go to New York City, you can go to Malibu, you can go to India, you can go to Italy, you can take cruises, you can take your family down to safari in Miami. You can go to Europe. You can, there's all sorts of things that we should be doing. But they're doing it with the tax dollars, right? So we have to get smarter, and we have to do some things differently, and we have to start working together, because they don't do what they're supposed to do, like in a spiritually responsible way. So some of the men out there are just taking it to the women, and they're taking it to the kids, and they don't lock them up, they don't arrest them, and that's not right. So we ourselves as women have to get out of the way of that, because that is a built up, you know, man's anger sometimes, where they have a hate because all these women left them and they can't get ahead, and they're frustrated, and then they look for a whipping post. And it's the same thing with the animals. So we should start posting things online that can help other people. You know, when you give, there's an invisible force that activates goodness in your life. It's a law. And as far as business goes, it's like this. The law of exchange. You exchange a product or a service in exchange for money. It's that simple. You think, you think about the plan, you write the plan down, and you execute, and you have to adjust the plan. Just do what the world requires. But it is a fight, and you know we need to really start uh, to engage, and it releases stress when you start to open up your mouth, and you start to take action. It's a stress reliever, and you can make money, and you can start to do things that you enjoy. You know, do a little travel, do a little fishing. Get your little happy spot. Create your world within this world. What world are you in? Are you in a world with criminals? Like, get out of there. It doesn't have to be like that. There's other worlds. You know, you're trying to get into heaven, right? So do things to try to get into heaven. You know, and be strong. Thank you.